Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nikita and I welcome you back. The reason I have not been posting that very often or for the last few weeks is because, and here is my urgent request, humble request, urgent request to each and every one of my viewers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and if you could in any form spread the word, tag my videos, share it anywhere. I require, as per new YouTube policies, a minimum 1000 subscribers to be able to live stream, and for certain reasons it's very difficult for me to upload frequent videos unless I have the ability to live stream. So currently I am recording on a borrowed laptop because I have been doing some private readings, and to be able to give my services I did, and so I have been feeling guided to do certain readings, and please check them out if you feel guided to check out any of my previous videos. Most of them are timeless as well, and if you haven't yet checked out my other channel, it's called Blythe Spirit. It has a lot of my instructional videos or informative videos, and I am uploading something called Spiritual Toolkits, uh, which has a lot of useful tips and techniques, rituals that will help you along this journey, no matter where you're at, as well as Ascension. There is an entire series I will be doing on relationships, what causes inner children, what is self-love, etc. I will be completing that, and sharing a few on manifestation, law of attraction as well. um, There'll be book reviews and a lot more on that channel. So I would greatly appreciate any and all help that you can give me in getting my 1000 subscribers on both these channels. Now this reading is a storyline, which is to see how what is going to follow what, and you'll see how it works out, and the way you can check it, or how it applies in your journey. This is for checking the divine masculine storyline, is wherever what applies, so that you know what is still pending, what work still needs to be done. And here I have to give a quick disclaimer, for those of you who are not aware or whatever, that when I refer to divine masculine, I do not mean the gender of a male. All of us carry inner masculine and feminine energies, and that has to first come into harmonious union within us before we can attract a proper harmonious union on the outside, or whatever is your template. All right, so the divine masculine storyline starts with the spying and research card. And I will be posting more videos, so you can check them out in addition to this, to view as an add-on, as a extension if you will, and see what resonates from there as well. One more please. Thank you. So Bottom of the deck is Hangman, and though it's in reverse, I am getting the feeling that the Hangman has already happened. It's in the bottom of the deck. This is the passing energy. This is already the energy that has taken place. So, which means the divine masculine is coming out of the suspended, stagnant energy of not being able to gain the proper wisdom, being in denial for the longest time. It was not what was channeled to me a while back was that it's not that they're not aware, they are in denial. They're hoping if they don't do things for long enough, they won't have to make a certain choice, they won't have to go through certain transformations, they won't have to experience certain tower moments. They're just trying to wish it away through procrastination, and that's not working at all. And in the last few weeks there have been constant tower moments, death, transformation, a lot of, they have been awoke and aware about the connection for the very, very long time. They have been pushed to experience the emotions which they have been terrified, petrified, mortified of all their life. And they are scared. They have been in inner conflict. They have been in inner resistance for the longest time. And they they have been in fear, they're afraid of hurting others, of getting hurt themselves. They have been in remorse and regret about what they have, how they treated the divine feminine, or how they didn't have the courage, or they, or whatever. But that has kept them in this state of not knowing what to do, and divine intervention had to take place, which it did. The first card which has come out is the Page of Swords, which means in the recent times, at the beginning of this storyline, is they have been spying, they have been wondering what the divine feminine is up to, wondering what they have to do, why is this different. There are as many people, those many different questions, but why can't I get over this particular person, whereas in the past I have. This is the patience, this is having sown the seeds and then waiting for it to become ripe enough to harvest. But it did come out upside down, maybe losing patience, maybe not having the desire to continue. And also, yes, the divine masculine energy was for the longest time completely in his head, completely cold, pretending to be detached and wanting to use only logic, practicality to make his decisions, which was not really serving him. He was using it, his communication. Are you seeing it's Page of Swords now, Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, and Two of Swords? He was all up in his head. He was all in harsh words and very, just trying to use a lot of logic to decry what he was. He knew is the truth. There was a knowing, there was an awakening which took place, and the fact that he knows he has to offer something, be it an apology, make amends, reach out, that gesture, he knows that is what has to be done. He's aware of it. And after that whole wondering, thinking, kind of trying to figure out what the divine feminine is up to, was the judgment, the awakening, the resurrection. This took place, the divine intervention took place. If you did see a lot of the synchronistic number 1010 at that time, or you will be seeing when this resurrection, this is happening, letting go of these false pride of winning, which is an empty victory, of destroying things just to feel good, which is all again arguments and a lot of fights. that came down to Four of Swords. They had to withdraw. Maybe there is no communication with the divine masculine at this time, because they had to withdraw to allow certain cycles to complete, divine timing of course, but to allow the change, the time, the wheel to change, allow certain things to transpire. The awakening is going to assist with this moving of the stagnant wheel. It was almost like the chariot's wheel got stuck in a puddle. Yes, the divine masculine had to be in the hermit mode, and they did go through a lot of tower moments, a lot of epiphanies, insights, realization, and they were definitely in a lot of denial for the longest time. They didn't want to accept, they didn't want to make the sacrifices they were being asked, and they were most reluctant. But then now we have it, moving to calmer waters, moving ahead, moving forward. The first movement card is here. After the awakening is when the divine masculine needs to come into, please do watch my reading with the karmic, those in karmic situation, is this was a very prominent part of that reading as well, that they had to come into the energy of being independent, self-reliant, self-sufficient, work on their empowerment, fill their own cup with self-love, and get out of addictions and codependencies, and get out of old conditionings, get out of old beliefs and old structures and norms and all of that, and take a decision. They were stuck on not being able to choose, or they kept choosing the incorrect choice. And though people do believe that there is free will to a certain extent, yes, but when it comes to soul contracts, or something which is very very crucial, or a huge part of a collective karma as well, apart from your individual journeys, then you keep being brought back to the same crossroad, the same choice, the same situation keeps happening as if in a loop, and you are like, why is this not changing? It's because you have to choose the other door or the other path, and that is what had kept a lot of situation in what was perceived as stagnancy, as new movement and all of that. And there was a lot of inner work required at both sides, divine feminine and masculine, which one part of it is being in the void and feeling lost in the fog, and going through a sense of, I don't even know if this is real, if this person is my divine partner, my sacred partner or not. I don't think it will ever work out. Not knowing and being suspended in the void is a huge step ahead, though it doesn't feel like that. Okay, before you can start actually feeling the snapping and breaking free from the past and all the cords attached to you from the past, the snapping will take place after the void clears out. I will make definitely a separate video on that. The masculine also had to free himself from the negative aspects of the emperor energy of being stubborn, control freak, wanting it the way he decided it was going to go, and come into his divine avatar of being the divine masculine, of being loving, unconditional love, and recognizing the divine feminine for who she was, and be willing to give her, offer her the equal place, the equal time, the love and affection that she deserved. That was not asking her to settle and accept lesser than, and to be lesser than him in this equation. So it took a while. Look at the tortoise there, right? He had to go through this hangman energy, make the sacrifice, gain this wisdom, which was the suspension, to reach this place of clarity, to reach this place of being healed and awakened fully, so that he was ready for this Ace of Cups, to allow for this fresh new beginning, this brand new start. Now his cup is filled. He is capable of filling it. He doesn't need to suck the energy from his divine feminine, or need false ego massages, or surround himself with those who are just giving to him so that he can just fill his cup with whatever he can suck out of them. Now that he's capable, he has something to offer to the divine feminine. And so this is the progress that I am seeing consistently. Ace of Cup, offer it to the Queen of Wands. He thinks the divine feminine is so attractive. She is gorgeous. She is so confident. She is so articulate. She is such a go-getter. She is adventurous. She is bold. That's how he sees his divine feminine, and he will offer this cup to her under the divine eye, under divine grace, under the divine will. Yes, it is going to take moon cycles, many moon cycles before this takes place, which kind of gets exhausting. But again, my eye is going from the new moon to the full moon, and there's a full moon coming up very soon. So, wow, a lot of them. There's of course the Six of Cups, the recognition. Yes, she is my soulmate, my divine partner, my twin flame. We have a deep connection. Ace of Cups, which he was in denial of before. This has been brought to him several times over, and he was always, for months, he has been in the Four of Cups energy, either not choosing to look at it. Even if he's looking at it, he turned away from it, or he threw it away. He was not willing to accept this, because he was not listening to, and now he had no option. His dreams, even his waking hours, his intuition, signs, synchronicities, divine intervention, a lot of things, serendipity, things are happening to constantly. His intuition is trying to speak to the divine masculine in all forms, to bring him into his emotional balance. This is, yes, the card of patience and persistence as well, but here I'm seeing it more in the form of being in emotional balance, in the inner masculine and feminine, as well as mind and heart, so that the soul can then take over. And this is being done again under the watchful eye of angels and Archangel Gabriel, Samuel, Angus, Michael for sure, masters and guides. Everyone is supervising it and showing him this Ace of Cup is what is going to lead you to your utmost happiness. Can you see Ace to the 10? Ace to the 10, and Ace of Cup being clarified by the Ace of Cups and Six of Cups. This is where your true happiness is, the emotional fulfillment, the happy family, the home you have been looking for is going to come when you fill your own cup and you offer it to your divine feminine. Working together. After he has done this offering of his Ace of Cup to her, they are having to now work together. Yes, there will be conflicts. I'm going to kind of say it right here. There will be arguments, but this is kind of more to resolve, because it's right next to the Three of Pentacles. He has to be stable. He is going to be in a good place, feeling grounded, feeling prosperous, or at least secure with his finances. But this is not just about the finances, and he has to realize that he has to be in his emotions more than any other energy of practicality and everything. Be open and express his emotions, be willing to do that, willing to work with the divine feminine. And that's what the whole awakening here is about. You need to express your emotions, bring that offer, stop hiding behind money and practicality, stop using those things as excuses to hide away from your emotions. And this is also for reconciliation, a card. The awakening is leading to the reconciliation, again leading to not just a happy home, not just a 10 of cups, but with 10 of pentacles, even financial stability and prosperity. What are the fights and conflicts going to take place once they have come together and they're beginning to work together? About the burdens, about how long this dragged on, how exhausting this was, and for both. And the divine masculine too needs to express all the stuff he went through. They need to speak the truth to the divine feminine, which they're very reluctant to because they're scared of the repercussion of the fight and whatever. That is not to say that you need to give them a clean chit without listening. And if you're not satisfied with an answer or an explanation of what the hell was going on, you have the full right to wait for them to heal and be ready to communicate truthfully to you. The communication is going to be extremely crucial, and there will be a lot of it. There has to be before action can actually take place. Otherwise, the feminine is going to walk away again. The transformation of this behavior of not sharing, of being an ego, of being always constantly in a conflict inside and outside has to go through the shift. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles, the offer will be made once all this air has been cleared out between the two of them. The expression of the emotion, no matter how small, how inarticulately, not being left out in the cold anymore, healing of this whole feeling of rejection and abandonment that both went through, coming into the energy which they're not feeling of the King of Cups. Please do watch the karmic reading as well. Yes, it's crucial. This Nine of Pentacles is crucial, but again, destiny is supporting. The destiny is, the divine is intervening. There is a lot of divine intervention taking place currently for the divine masculines, and that is the storyline. If this resonates, find where your divine masculine or your inner masculine is at this time, and see what you need to do, where you need to reach for the next stage to happen for you. Leaving you with a lot of love and light. Please do give it a thumbs up or comment, and please do share. This is Nikita.